So now we're moving on to two-way tables. This is the first day of it, or the first lesson of it. A two-way table represents frequencies for two sets of categorical data. So categorical data or qualitative data. So such as gender, sport, flavor, color, shape. So the last lesson, we talked about quantitative data and how that looks. We're going to talk about qualitative now. So superheroes have been popular characters in movies, television, books, and comics for many generations. Superman was one of the most popular series in the 1950s, while Batman was a top-rated series in the 1960s. Each of these characters was also popular in movies released from 1990 to 2013. They're still pretty popular. Other notable characters portrayed in movies over the last several decades include Captain America, She-Ra, and the Fantastic Four. What is special about a superhero? Is there a special superhero power that makes these characters particularly popular? Well, high school students in the United States were invited to complete an online survey in 2010. Part of the survey included questions about superhero powers. More than 1,000 students responded to this survey that included a question about a student's most favorite superhero power. 450 of the completed surveys were randomly selected. A rather confusing breakdown of the data by gender was compiled from the 450 surveys. So, 100 students indicated their favorite power was to fly. 49 of those students were females. 131 students selected the power to freeze time as their favorite power. 71 of those students were males. Sorry, I'm going through and I'm going to give them each a color so that when we go back and look at them later, the colors all match. 75 students selected invisibility as their favorite power. 48 of those were female. And finally, 26 students indicated super strength as their favorite power. 25 of those were male. And finally, 118 students indicated telepathy as their favorite power. 70 of those were females. So we're going to take this information and we are going to put it into a two-way table. So complete the table below by determining a frequency count for each cell based on the summarized data. So let's talk about to fly. 100 total said they, that wasn't red, that one was orange. 100 total said they wanted to fly. 49 were female. Well, how do we find how many were male? Obviously, it's 100 minus 49, which is 51. And then 131, so that's a total again. So they wanted to freeze time. 71 of them were male. So to find how many were female, well, 131 minus 71 is 60. Invisibility, 75 selected that. 48 were female, so that means 27 had to be male. Super strength, 26 total, and 25 were male. Obviously, only one woman wanted to do that. And finally, telepathy, 118 wanted to do that. It's really hard to see. So 1, 8, and 70 were females, which means that only 48 people wanted to read minds. So now we're going to look at totals. So if we add up all the females all the way across, 49 plus 60 plus 48 plus 1 plus 70, we get 228. If we add up all of the males all the way across, 51 plus 71 plus 27 plus 25 plus 48, you get 222. So we add up those totals and we get 450. You will see that if we were to add up all of these, we would also get 450. So now we're going to look at the frequency count. The frequency count is you take the overall total of 450, that is going to be your denominator no matter what. So you're always dividing by 450. It's a little bit time consuming, and I apologize, but it's really important that you write this in every single cell so that you remember what you did each time in order to show your work. Now the totals that we have up above is what's going to become the numerator. So in our first one, females, 49 over 450, that is roughly 0.109. So the males was 51, which is roughly 0.113. The total was 100, which is approximately 0.222. The next one, freeze time was 60, which was approximately 0.133. 71 was approximately 0.158. And we already have the overall for the total for that one. Invisibility was 48. 48 divided by 450 is approximately 0.107. 27 divided by 450 is approximately 0.060. And 75 divided by 45 is approximately 0.167. Super strength. 1 divided by 450 is approximately 0.002. And 26 over 450 is approximately 0.058. The last one was telepathy. 70 divided by 450 is approximately 0.156. 48 divided by 450 is approximately 0.107. And now we're just looking at our totals. So 222 divided by 450 is approximately 0.493. And 450 divided by 450 is approximately, it's not approximately, it actually equals 1.000. If you look, everything adds together the way it did before. So for the flying, 0.109 plus 0.113 adds to make 0.222. So everything adds together to create a total number at the very end.